If anyone is still unaware, support for Windows 10 is scheduled to end on October 2025, which will probably seem to arrive sooner than you're planning for. After that time, official Microsoft support for Windows 10 will stop. In fact, the current version of Windows 10, designated 22H2, contains the last set of feature updates for that operating system. From now until 2025, only security updates and possibly some necessary functional fixes will be provided for Windows 10. This is a pretty standard pattern for Microsoft and other vendors. Windows 7 support ended in 2020, and Apple's latest Sonoma version of macOS will end support for some 2017 MacBook and iMac models. When Windows 10 support dries up in 2025, computer users will have several options. Users can continue to use Windows 10 after the end of support date. It will not just stop working. But without security updates, their PC will become more vulnerable to various security risks such as malware. You will also stop getting technical support from Microsoft, but I can't recall anyone I know ever trying to contact Microsoft about their home computer. Further down the road though, Windows 10 may start losing support from software and hardware providers for things such as proper drivers and so on. Microsoft naturally recommends that users transition to Windows 11, which is their latest operating system. At time of recording, the upgrade is still available at no charge for Windows 10 users, but not all computer devices are compatible with Windows 11. So some users may need to replace their computers with new or at least newer ones. While it is possible to bypass some of Microsoft's self-imposed incompatibilities during the upgrade process, it's not clear how or if that would impact the stability or security of the resulting system as time goes by. You could switch to another operating system such as Mac OS or Linux, which will continue to receive security updates after Windows 10 support ends. Switching to Mac OS would mean buying an Apple computer, so that might be a bit of a double whammy for those Windows users unfamiliar with the Mac OS system, buying a Mac and learning how to use it. And yes, I know it's possible to install Mac OS on Windows-type hardware, but it's not a trivial task that the average computer user would embrace. Other companies, including ZeroPatch, may step in and provide some security updates for Windows 10 after Microsoft cuts it loose. But such companies won't release patches for all issues, and some may not be released for free. I think that is one of those options you would use only if for some reason you absolutely have to keep your current Windows 10 box running. The minimum system requirements for Windows 11 are shown here. Apart from the last two items, pretty much every computer capable of running Windows 10 should be able to run Windows 11 with roughly similar performance. Secure Boot and TPM 2.0 are intended to provide a more secure platform, helping to mitigate against malware attacks and so on. By default, these are required to install and run Windows 11. TPM 2.0 stands for Trusted Platform Module version 2, which is a hardware-based security feature that provides a method of safely storing sensitive data, such as encryption keys and passwords. It's possible your computer already has this, but it may be disabled. You can check if the computer has TPM 2.0 by using the Windows Security app or accessing the BIOS. If TPM 2.0 is simply not enabled, users can enable it in the BIOS settings. In some cases, it's also possible to replace an older, non-compliant TPM version with an updated one. See links in the video description below. Similarly, Secure Boot can be found in the BIOS if available. If your computer currently uses a legacy BIOS to boot, you will first need to convert the MBR drive to GPT, switch to UEFI mode, and enable Secure Boot. Yeah, with all that geek speak, I'm not sure the average computer user would be comfortable going down that road. I suspect that, similar to when Windows 7 went out of support, most users will stick with what they have for a time, and then when they eventually buy a new computer, it will come with Windows 11 or 12 or whatever is available then. Unless Microsoft does something really egregious with forced advertising or institutes even more obnoxious tracking in Windows or slathers so much AI onto Windows that it's just an unredeemable mess, I can't really see the end of Windows 10 leading to any big migration to Apple. While I use and enjoy Linux myself, I can't see a whole lot of people moving in that direction either, unless more vendors start selling computers with Linux pre-installed. We kinda tried that a few years ago when Walmart, of all people, sold budget Linux PCs, but nothing much came of it at the time. Frankly, the vast majority of computer users would have no idea how to install any operating system, Windows or otherwise, so I think that might be too big a hurdle for many. Thanks for watching, and check out the links below in the video description.